I'm Melody from the Wells County Public Library, and today I am reviewing the book Red Menace by Lois Ruby. This book takes place during the Red Scare, when the government was making life hard for anyone who was rumored to be passing on secrets from America to the Russians. One of these cases you might have heard of is the infamous Rosenbergs. You probably learned this in your history class. I personally don't remember much from that class about this era, but from this book you get to understand a fraction of what the teenagers might have felt like during this time. Many educators in this time, especially liberal educators, were targeted for being possible communism sympathizers. Marty Raffner was no exception to this frustration. All he cared about was the Yankees baseball team winning. But then his family starts being watched by the FBI because his mother is a literature professor and a famous poet, and she refuses to sign a paper given to her by the school saying that she doesn't sympathize with the communists because she feels like it's not their business. But while dealing with the stress of the government watching his family's every move, Marty also is a growing young man, so he kind of has to deal with his own life issues on top of this. Like, one of his friends was sent to war and came back and wasn't the same again. And his crush is also dealing with these issues with his parents being educators, and he might never see her again. The story is really well written, but it does discuss a lot of heavy topics, so it may not be for everybody. I had sweat stains reading this story just from being so anxious to find out how it's all gonna resolve. And I really loved it because of the interesting characters and the intriguing historical background. I didn't care much for the baseball stats thrown in, but those also kind of had a historical aspect to them. And it really did set the tone for the era. I recommend this book to anyone who likes YA historical fiction, but kind of want to move away from the Holocaust because those are so fascinating, and you just want to be able to relate to the character in some way.